My brothers and sisters, the words arrogance, arrogant, proud, and haughty are mentioned over 100 times in the Sefer. And in practically every occurrence, it is a behavior or attitude detested by Yahuwah. The scripture tells us those who are arrogant and have a haughty heart are an abomination to him. Everyone who is arrogant in heart is an abomination to Yahuwah. Be assured he will not go unpunished. Proverbs 16:5. Of the 7 things that scriptures tells us that Yahuwah hates, haughty eyes, a proud look, is the first one listed. Proverbs 6:16 through 19. Yahushua himself said, what comes out of a person is what defiles him, and then goes on to list the 13 characteristics of those who are outside of Yahuwah's favor, with arrogance being considered alongside sexual immorality and murder. Mark 7:20 through 23. There are 2 Greek forms of the word arrogance used in the New Testament, essentially meaning the same. Huparokos means swelling or extravagant, as used in arrogant words. 2 Peter 2:18, Jude 1:6. The other is phusiosis, meaning a puffing up of the soul, or loftiness, pride. 2 Corinthians 12:20. It is incumbent upon believers to recognize that being arrogant or having a pompous attitude is antithetical to holiness. 2 Peter 1:5 through 7. Arrogance is nothing more than an overt display of one's sense of self-importance. 2 Timothy 3:2. It is akin to that "it's all about me" mindset that says, the world revolves around me. Proverbs 21:24. Instead of arrogance, the scripture teaches us the opposite. In writing to the called out assembly in Corinth, Paul describes love. Of the many facets of Yahuwah's love, arrogance is the reverse. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant. 1 Corinthians 13:4 and Romans 12:3. Being boastful and having that "I'm better than you" attitude reeks of intimidation and destroys our relationships with others. However, Yahushua taught us to put others before self. But whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be slave of all. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Mark 10:43 through 45. The Apostle Paul echoed these same sentiments in his letter to the church in Philippi. Do nothing from rivalry or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves. Philippians 2:3. This is a vast contrast from the dog-eat-dog competitive nature of our world today. The believer's behavior towards others should imitate that of Mashiach, who taught us to wash one another's feet. John 13:14. Where the world pushes us to strive to reach the top and says that he who has the most toys wins, Yahushua commands us to be different. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. Luke 14:1 and James 4:6. Regarding our attitudes towards Yahuwah and our fellow man, Yahuwah gives us 2 promises. First, that the arrogant will be punished. Proverbs 16:5, Isaiah 13:11. And second, Baruch are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5:3. For in truth, Yahuwah opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. 1 Peter 5:5 and Proverbs 34. Shabbat Shalom.